surprise. Welcome to Skagway, huh? This right here off the right-hand side, you say tomato. That used to be our organic grocery store until they closed due to COVID. COVID really did a number on this town. It's sad, but they closed and they haven't had any plans to reopen. Thinking about that. Right here off the right-hand side, we got rhubarb. We have lots of rhubarb here in town. Back in the day with the Stampeders, they had a hard time getting their vitamin C intake. So just because they didn't know how to live off the land like the natives did. And so the native Tlingit people, they taught them some ways that they could increase their vitamin C intake. And one of the ways that they would do that is they would take the tips of the Sitka spruce tree during the early spring. They turn bright green, and it's the new buds to the tree, and you can take those off and you can boil them and make a tea out of them, and that's the way you can get your vitamin C. Now the tea wasn't very pleasant, so that's when they started looking for alternative ways, and Harris Clark, he was considered the godfather of farming up here, and he decided to plant rhubarb. And that rhubarb, they would make different rhubarb crumbles and different things so they could get their vitamin C, but they needed a lot of extra ingredients, because I don't know if you've ever had raw rhubarb, but not very pleasant. So that's when they were looking for yet another way to get vitamin C in their diet, and that's when they decided to brew those Sitka spruce tree tips into a beer, and they had no problem getting vitamin C after that. Here off to the right-hand side is the modern-day watering hole, the Skagway Public Library. It's the only place in town with free Wi-Fi. Yeah. And it's also the tallest building in town because of all the stories in it. All right, we'll take a left here onto 5th Street, and we'll drop you off. For those of you that want to stay in downtown, do you guys want to go to downtown? Okay, great. Oh, don't worry, I'm a good bus driver. I can make that turn. No worries. So Lucy's Bakery is my favorite place in town for a sweet treat. Klondike Bicyclery, that's a great place for, I actually really enjoy their souvenirs that they get there. Here off to the right-hand side is Grizzly's. That's where my girlfriend works, so go visit hers. That's the Radio Shack that we have here in town, and also our general store. Clothes Rush, that's a great place to go get a t-shirt to remember your visit here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one.
I know, it kind of feels like Disneyland here. And it feels like I'm driving down the main street of Disneyland too. Because you get people that wander out in front of my 55,000 pound bus. Exactly, I just inch forward. That's called a Skagway stop. You just kind of slow down, but don't stop completely, and just continue rolling forward. Right here off the left-hand side, that log cabin, that's the log cabin that got moved. That's William Moore's cabin that got moved when the Stampeders got upset. You can go into that blue building and you can see not only the picture of the moose that they trained to be like a horse, but you can also see where in that building they have the piano that the Alaska state song was written on. So my radio turned off. So good places to eat here in town. If you're looking for a good sandwich, I'd recommend going to Glacial Coffee House on 3rd. Sweet treats, I would recommend going to the Klondike Doughboy on 3rd or Lucy's on 5th. Let them know that I sent you because I'm in there way too frequently. If you're looking